The absolute worst thing that could happen to LeBron James, arguably the greatest player in the league today, is that he doesn't come up huge in this game against Detroit, because there's a lot of people just itching to see him get shut down for so many different reasons, and the big one is just so they can say I told you so. Now I know we're very early in the season, but please consider this a playoff game, because aside from when LeBron and Jordan actually face off against each other, how LeBron deals with this Pistons team is the next best measuring stick between those two. So let's go over this whole situation. The Pistons have always prided themselves on being a blue-collar team with the greatest work ethic in the league anytime they're contending. You look back at the 2004 title team and they didn't really even have a superstar player, yet they were able to nearly sweep the star-studded Los Angeles Lakers because of their play style. Even when everybody was saying, get out of here, they don't stand a chance, they conquered. You go back even farther than that to the time with the Bad Boys led by Isiah, and anyone who knows basketball also knows for a while that team was Michael Jordan's worst nightmare. Clearly he was the best player in the league at the time, so how'd they deal with him? The Jordan rules. This basically meant anybody but Michael was allowed to score the basketball, and they did it masterfully. Anytime Michael drove to the lane, he did so with the understanding he was going to get hit, and he was going to get hit hard. But with LeBron, we have a slightly different situation for a couple of reasons. First off, the Pistons roster has had to change with the times just like everybody else in the league, and with that process, we can't exactly call them the Bad Boys. Look, these other teams out here have star power, all the way from the first team in the league down to about the 26th. As much as the Pistons love hard work, they realize that in this day and age where players like Mike and Larry team up, you need at least a few superstars to be successful. So what happens? Zeke befriends Anthony Davis at last year's Rookie-Sophomore Challenge. Bam, he's got a contact to possibly contend with next season. Grant Hill, only one of the best players in the league who had previously lost his career due to injuries, and now he's back stronger than ever with something to prove. So here's the masterful part. You take two megastars, sprinkle a few players from the Bad Boys era around them, take the best talent from the 04 team, and then keep the player who's recently been the best talent that's already there. What do you have? One of the most intimidating looking teams of all time. Go ahead, read the names off. They just sound mean. Toughness, defense, scoring, athleticism, and then you couple that with the fact that the refs don't babysit the players in the league anymore. Oh boy. So let's take Kobe out of this for a second, because he's had his time. Him and Mike look a little bit more like friends these days, and he's been quiet about who's better between the two. But LeBron James, he made a decision last summer that he's going to have to live with. He took 23 out of retirement, he wore it loud and proud, challenged Michael, and came up short. But see, that wasn't the end of it. Games like this where he's put into situations that Mike has already conquered, this is now where he's going to have to redeem himself. It's not enough to beat Michael in one final series. That doesn't give him enough to take that title as the greatest of all time. He took 23 this summer, so he was obviously trying to send a message. And had he won that tournament, maybe we could have talked right now. But now, he's in a position where the trials and tribulations such as the one he's about to face are more important than ever. So here's the question. How will LeBron face the pressure going up against a defense that's not afraid to touch him up? We already know from his tools with Chicago back in the day that he doesn't like physicality. You wrap him up, drag him down, push him, he doesn't like all that. It throws him off his game. But this is the Pistons we're talking about. The Bad Boys and the 04 team sprinkled with some star talent. They're not just going to stare in awe as he drives to the lane, they're going to hit him. Despite that, we do know that there can't be any LeBron rules, because the principle in which the Jordan rules were written were under much different circumstances. Look at the Jordan rules. They were written for Jordan because he was selfish at the time. He didn't have any trust for his teammates at all. And they felt like if Bill Cartwright was going to drop 40, then that was just going to have to happen. But it wasn't going to be Mike. With LeBron, you can't do that. Because if you're going to dare Kobe or KD to drop 40 wide open, it's probably going to happen. But just because they can't crowd 3 or 4 people on him doesn't mean they aren't about to give him the hardest time of his life. Remember, once you leave your feet to make a pass, you're already in trouble. And when James leaves his feet, that's when they're going to wait to bump him and be physical with him. And although Isiah has already admitted that LeBron is much faster and stronger than Jordan, this isn't a challenge he's about to back down from. Isiah and LeBron is definitely a huge matchup to watch out for today. If LeBron truly wants to surpass Mike, dealing with the Pistons is one of those milestones to get there.
What's up, 2K fans? Mr. NBA 2K highlights on the mic, and today we're in Detroit, We played this team in the playoffs. Well, I actually simulated it because I didn't put nearly as much as thought into their roster last year. But this year I did. Got something real special for y'all in light of Brandon Jennings' torn Achilles. So hopefully it pays off. Going to Kobe early. Trying to create some space here. Shot clock. Oh, I meant to shoot on a pump fake, but I still made it. I was trying to shoot with that pump fake and it didn't work. Had to take a bad shot. It's going to be really interesting to see what Grant Hill brings today. Had somebody make him for me. He was a really good player. Oh, good pass to Wallace. Yeah, he was a really good player back in his day. I know a lot of my young followers don't know about him, but before he got off the plane to Orlando without his ankles, that was a really, really quality basketball player. Could have been a star down there with T-Mac, but too bad that didn't work out. Okay, looks like a generic pick and roll coming up. It never works, but I'm going to try it anyways. That was luck because pick and rolls always get intercepted. Quick 4-10 lead for Detroit. We knew coming in here they were going to be one of the tougher teams. Horrible screen. Uh-oh. There we go. Isiah Thomas and LeBron James is going to be the matchup to watch today. Grant Hill getting past my horrible defense. Anthony Davis, no good. Oh, Ben Wallace just snagged on him. Grant Hill handling the ball. Oh, what a spin move. What a spin off LeBron. Yeah, he's every bit the athlete. Well, no, I'm not going to make that statement. 9-14. At least we avoided the blowout that looked like it was coming earlier. No good. Ben Wallace, another rebound and putback. Yeah, he's killing us on the boards today. He's killing Dawkins anyways. So far, we have not been able to gain a lead on this team. This is, oh my God. This team passes almost as good as the Lakers just up to this point. Joe Dumars at the handles again. Is he going to throw another pass to Anthony Davis on the lob? Him and Anthony Davis really enjoy each other's company. Grant Hill down. Oh, good defense. I couldn't even tell who got the block right there. It was like 2 or 3 people down there. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Kobe fading out of bounds. Wow. If we could get some more running action in this game, this wouldn't be so hard. God damn it, Isiah Thomas. That was a good layup. They're keeping our distance. We got Spud Webb and Chauncey Billups in now. Give us a break. Kobe counted and the foul. They tried to come over with some of that bad boys defense, knock Kobe on his ass, and he still got it to go. Now that one was tough. That's a nice highlight. I'm enjoying playing this Pistons team so far. Even though I'm down by 10, they're challenging me more than any team has challenged me so far. Look at that pass. Pass and cut. I have some really good passing big men on this team. It's going to have to be somebody tonight. We need some answers. We've been down by 10. They didn't step up on J.R. Smith, so I had to take that. Really, it's funny. J.R. Smith and Gerald Green, they've really both been my most efficient outside shooters. It hasn't been Kobe or Kevin Durant like you would think it is. I don't know. Can't figure that one out. Here's Isiah. Whoa, good thing. Ah, they got me. Yep, that chemistry, because I was about to swat it. Still down by 8. Here's Green. What a block by Andre Drummond. Get it out. This was the best block I have ever witnessed in 2K. Look at, oh my God. He went straight up and got one of the best dunkers in the game. That could have went either way. Could have been a poster. My goodness, I have never seen anything like that. Wow. Something tells me we're going to have a really good top 10 video when this week ends. Uh-oh, up to Kansas. Go ahead. Go, go, go. Good. I was afraid of somebody stealing it right there. Bad alley-oop pass. I noticed the computer does that a lot on Hall of Fame. They try to throw alley-oops. Oh, what a pass from Kobe. I traveled by ground instead of air. We've been down by 10 pretty much this whole game. This is the toughest team. Whoa, I just put a move on Chauncey Billups. He's lucky I didn't decide to go through with that. That would have ended his career again. 36-43. Isiah Thomas, we're closing in the paint. And good screen. Oh, just missed it. I was expecting a block right there. Just missed the ball. Gotta run the floor. You know they can't stop us when we run. Nobody's really spreading right now, though. I thought Dawkins was going in. I missed him on the alley. Here we go. Here we go. That's the good thing about having a size advantage. You can always get something like this. Cut it to 5. I didn't want to go in the paint right there, but this is a terrible, terrible play right here. Kevin Durant again from 3-point. There we go. We're finally making up the deficit. We just might be able to beat this Detroit team if we can get some stops. It goes Grant Hill. Good pass to Tayshaun Prince, and this team passes so well. This is something I didn't expect. Shot clock winding down. Uh-oh, another shitty play. Here we go. Kevin Durant just got rid of it. He twisted his body. That was the ugliest shot I've seen in 2K. 51-53. Here's Wallace. Oh, get it out. I might have... What the actual fuck? Why didn't somebody pick up the ball? Come on, man. Joe Dumars at the handles. Triple threat position. Here goes Isiah Thomas using the screen. And that was really, really smart right there. He knew better than to come in there on Dawkins with that. Goes Dumars off to Davis. Here he goes again. There we go. Blocked it. Daryl Dawkins is getting hot just off of defense. I like that. He's really high on the leaderboards and blocks. And that was a wicked alley. Kobe's chin was way above the rim. We just cannot cut into this deficit no matter what we do. It's like 1 step forward, 2 backwards. There goes Anthony Davis again. This Pistons team is deadly. This would be such a fun playoff matchup. I wouldn't simulate it this time. Here we go. Inside. Oh, get down. Stop flopping. Detroit doesn't flop. Y'all the bad boys. Goes Kevin Durant in the post. Ooh, almost lost that. Here we go. Posting up again on Isiah. Oh, Ben Wallace thought he was slick. I faded away before he could steal it. Boy thought he was slick. I like how Kevin Durant is producing this game. He's producing on offense. Oh, Grant Hill with the crossover. Oh, he's lucky Kevin Durant almost ended up on the top 10 right there. Another terrible. They need to leave alley-oops to me. Tell the 2K developers, leave alley-oops to Mr. NBA2K highlights. That is my business. I just pump faked the shit out of Isiah Thomas. He caught himself trying to catch a charge, and we have a chance to take the lead. Pistons with the rebound. Oh, Irvin Johnson is... we have all kinds of mismatches. Yep. There we go to Bill Laimbeer. We had all kinds of mismatches at play. I am having a fucking blast playing this Detroit team, even though it seems like I might not be able to beat them. Oh, you cannot give Gerald Green space. That's the one guy on my team you can't give space to. A turnover as soon as I was about to tie the game. We just can't get that one play we need. And then they stopped short instead of going in for a layup. That was smart. Let's see what we can get here. Get something going for Kobe since he has the smaller build-ups on him. Oh, yeah. Kobe was turned around. Oh, my goodness. Look at the dunk between 2 defenders. That looked exactly like the dunk from Brooklyn back a few years ago when he... Oh, my God. That was genuinely amazing right there. When you remember when he dunked on, who was that, Chris Humphries and the other guy? And as I'm sitting here talking shit, Rasheed Wallace busts me in the head for a 3. Let me get back to focusing. We're down by 7. We need to make a push here because we're going to get to the 4th quarter and mess around and be down too much. There we go. Kevin Durant's having an efficient night. That's good. I like that. Grant Hill bringing it up at a fast pace. Ooh. Oh, he thought he was Larry Bird. He tried to do the Larry Bird pass. And, of course, they're at the right place at the right time. Perfect release. I like that. LeBron has a surprisingly low free... Well, not really. God damn it. Oh, my God. This Detroit team is ridiculously talented. This might be the one team better than myself. Isiah... Oh, man. Who did he just dunk on? We're down 11 points in the 4th quarter. This is the part where I'm just going to have to do everything I can to come back because it's clear that this team has me as far as half-court offense. We need to get in transition some, but that's going to take stops first. Good move by Kobe, and thank God 2K didn't cheese me. The ball usually comes out when you do that type of layup. Trying to hit the comeback mode. We've come back by 20 from L. Oh, get off me, Grant. Get off me. We've come back by 20 in a finals game against the Lakers, so I'm confident we can do this. Good defense, LeBron. D'ing up on Isiah Thomas. Perfect D. And, oh, put him in the post. Here we go. Give me an ISO. I got all the space I need. Get off me. I love that size advantage. Isiah, he could be tough, but he can't hold LeBron. Oh, man. You get LeBron James pissed off in the fourth quarter. That's all you need to come back. Here he goes. He's in the corner for 3. The lead is only 6. There we go. He got the red ring of death under him. Isiah Thomas trying to bring it back at LeBron. Got the pick to free him up. Oh, I recovered. I made the recovery with LeBron. Try to steal this inbound pass. Here we go. Got it. Oh yeah, this has comeback written all over it. This has comeback written all over it. This is going to be a really, really good story. Running on a fast break. Here goes Kobe. And I thought Durant was running to the left right there. I had a pick. Oh, here we go. LeBron James, 1-point game. He scored like our last 10 to 14 points. LeBron is on fire. It's a 1-point game. LeBron, you got to get on Isiah. Oh, my God. Anthony, Pistons are Lob City. It's a 4-point game. This is doable. We've come back by about 10. Isiah Thomas with the crossover. Oh, I got the charge. LeBron is doing it all right now. Defense, offense. He has a double red rings and the most unrealistic shit I've ever seen in my life. LeBron James just rocked the cradle on Anthony Davis. I almost hate that kind of stuff. They keep giving it back to us. The Pistons do not want to let this game go. Here I go. Kevin Durant inside. I'm surprised they don't have more people packed in the paint. 94-96. LeBron. Oh, they're double teaming. They're double teaming. That's a tie game. You can't double team the Knicks. We got way too many scoring threats. 50 seconds left. Grant Hill. He's pressured. I got my hands up. He's not going to shoot it. Down to Ben Wallace. Oh, yeah. I like that foul. Was that a flagrant? I don't know. That was a good foul, though. I like it. I like it. Okay, I was about to say, if Ben Wallace makes both of his free throws, I quit. That's like if Dwight Howard makes both of his free throws. Good, we're only down by 1. We can work with this. Here we go. Shit, there's not a lot going on this floor, but I know it has to be LeBron. Here we go. Here we go. LeBron in the paint. This has to be about 24th quarter points for LeBron James. This is amazing right now. The Pistons have seemingly gave up this game to me. I'm up by 1. I was down by as much as 12. I don't know, though. Let me not speak too early. I'm all over him with KD. All over him. Here he goes, and nothing you can do to stop a shot that close to the rim. Fuck. Alright, even though LeBron has been the guy, I gotta go to Kobe. He's had so many big moments. He's made for the fourth quarter. I absolutely cannot go to anybody else. 20 seconds left. Screen and roll. I got an open lane to the rim. That's mine. That's mine. He shacked it a fool, but Dawkins got the rebound. Out to LeBron. He was open for 3. Dawkins, the most important rebound of the game. We got to hang on to this now. We got the clutch moment. LeBron has had a fairy tale fourth quarter. 9 seconds left. Just got to DM up for 9 seconds. Oh, that was my bad. Kobe almost stole it. That was my fault. That was so...
Setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
And a big mental mistake as they get called for the timeout when they had none remaining. And they're going to pay for it with maybe the rarest of technical fouls.
I'm not sure I remember the last time I've seen this happen. And the strangest thing is that, the players and the coaches will immediately acknowledge the situation in the huddle, during the final timeout. But somebody got a mixed signal there. And
that's why we hardly ever see this. But I guess the message didn't come across that time. He knocks down the clutch free throw.
That was LeBron that called that?
Yep. As a matter of fact, it was.
Wow, man. I actually feel a little bit bad for the dude. He did everything he was supposed to. I counted almost 20 points in that last quarter, and he was having a night of his life.
Yeah, well, that's just something he's going to have to deal with. If he's going to do all this talking about being the greatest of all time, then he's just going to have to accept the consequences that come with it when he fails. But, hey, let me get 2 more sugars with this tea, please.
Did you just hold a grudge?
A little bit.
But MJ, at the same time, if you're LeBron James and your destiny is to be recognized as the greatest of all times, then maybe, just maybe, MJ wants you to go through what MJ went through en route to being recognized as the greatest, as opposed to having a pathway cleared for yourself.
Over the next few days, LeBron James would get all the hate he could handle for choking on one of the NBA's biggest stages. Now, there were the somewhat rational people who said, "Hey guys, let's just give the man a break." They were trailing that entire game, and they were destined to lose up until LeBron scored 10 straight points. Not to mention he had nearly put the fork in him after hitting that 3 right after Kobe's effort to take the lead had been thwarted by the tough Pistons defense. Then, there were the so-called haters who would ignore everything he'd done that game. Never mind the fact that he had tallied 34 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, all while shutting down Isiah and shattering the Pistons' so-called historic defense. For them, LeBron had taken on Jordan for the greatest of all time position, and anything less than a win wasn't going to satisfy these naysayers. But did they have a point? After all, he had never had a hiccup quite this bad. Sure, he had disappeared in 2011, missed a few game winners, but never had he blatantly given the game to the other team. Most people attributed this to the pressure that was on him to accomplish what it took Jordan 4 tries to do, and that pressure had seemingly broken him. So as far as keeping count went, this was strike number 2 in LeBron's quest for greatness. Wearing Jordan's jersey, then losing was 1, calling a timeout he didn't have was 2. How many more times did he have to mess up before that Finals MVP he had secured in the previous season became null? But looking past LeBron's failures, some people decided to be fair and look at the story that had seemingly slipped through the cracks, and that was the story of this significantly weaker Knicks team as a whole. Sure, they were 4-0 before this loss, but those wins came up against the Bulls who were still figuring each other out, the Cavs and Hornets who weren't nearly as talented, and a Washington team who wasn't even close to being talented enough to be competitive in this league. Many saw the Pistons as the only true challenge they had faced up to this point, and the results were stunning. Only 3 New York players even came close to scoring in double figures. Gerald Green and J.R. Smith only tallied 3 points, as they were on total lockdown from the Pistons defense the entire night. For people who actually knew basketball, they saw this as a red flag, a sign of what was to come. This team wasn't nearly as talented as the one that brought the championship back to New York, and here, they were already struggling to produce against a more talented team. But nope, it was way too popular to point everything at LeBron to notice a real problem. Anyhow, in the end, Isiah Thomas paid his props to the king, calling him the toughest player he had ever had to guard. Yes, he said, tougher than Michael Jordan himself. Isiah had only managed to score 12 points and was clearly helpless to defend against LeBron. So even if James had failed, a fair assessment showed that he was more than capable of dealing with a defense like Detroit despite what the previous players had said about him. All in all, this scenario wasn't too irregular to the Knicks. They were well accustomed to having to bounce back from tough losses, but team president Phil Jackson was sure to keep a close eye on the team just in case things got out of hand. So back to New York, although their next challenge was right across the street from home, it was going to feel more as if they were halfway across the world.